Good morning from the Animal Kingdom parking lot. We've got a few things to do today. We're gonna try to do Wilderness Explorers.
Yes, we've never done that. I don't think we've ever done it.
Yeah, I've never done it.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see, because they've added some of the new spots like in Pandora.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see like what is it all about?
I don't know, I'm just excited to learn about all the different plants and animals at Animal Kingdom and what they're gonna tell us. Also on the way in, we got to pass underneath the new arches. So they've been remodeling the different arches that lead into Disney property and we got to go underneath it. Those arches look awesome. I love the color on them. They look brand new and refreshed. Another thing that they did is they announced a new thing called Magic Mobile, which uses your iPhone or your Apple Watch as your ticket.
Yeah, so they haven't released it for like Android phones yet, but if you have an Apple phone, you can check it out.
Another thing that I should mention is that I've been trying to get the pass added to my watch so we can use my watch to get in. Could never get it to work. I have an Apple Series 2 watch, so maybe that's why. It's just an older watch. I don't know. I'll keep trying though, but today we're gonna try my phone. All right, it is 10:45 on a Monday after Easter, and it is a sold out day. So I'm interested to see what the crowd level is like. Right now, it's not so bad. All right, let's give it a try. See what happens. Oh, it worked. That was exciting.
Yes, he's working, so you had a good one, sir.
Well, that Magic Mobile Pass was surprisingly easy. I didn't have to unlock my phone. It was just as fast as using a Magic Band. Just held my phone up to the reader, and it vibrated and worked.
Look at the bubbles.
It was great. Oh no, bubbles.
Whoa.
You like them, buddy? Yeah, so I mean, like, if you have an Apple phone, give it a try. So if you're looking for the Mobile Magic Pass, just go into My Disney Experience and hit those 3 dashes. You know how every app has those 3 dashes as like a menu item? You hit those, and then you go in and you can find a little subheading that says Magic Mobile Pass. And then it'll prompt you on how to add it to your phone. And then a lot of people said that it just automatically added to their watch. That didn't happen with me. So it might just work for you. You never know. All right, as we get into the park, we can see the Tree of Life straight ahead of us. And then off to the right over here, this is our first Wilderness Explorer station. And this is where we stop to get started. The wilderness must be explored, and we can earn badges today between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. All right, so we stopped off at the very first ranger station and we got our book and we got our first badge right here. This is the one that we used on our shirt to say that we are participating in Wilderness Explorers. And then we did the Wilderness Explorers call, where we say the wilderness must be explored, and then when you make a bird, you go caw, rar, and that's what we got our first badge for.
Oh,
so in the book, yeah,
okay.
we have our very first sticker has been put in our book.
Okay,
So this kind of explains what you have to do to get this badge, and then this right here is the actual badge that we got. So we're on our way. Next spot is the Flamingo Badge, which is just kind of right over here to the left of the Tree of Life. Here's the map of all the different places that we have to go. Lots of different places to get Wilderness Explorers badges. And they said you don't have to do it all in one day. We can spend multiple days doing it because they're only open until 6 today, even though the park is open until 8. So the next spot that we're headed to is to the left of the Tree of Life. It's for the flamingos, and I can already see the little badge on the side, and I'll show that once we get a little bit closer. So these are the signs that you're looking for with Wilderness Explorers, and we're gonna do the Flamingo Badge. So it looks like what we have to do here is we try to find specific flamingos based on their tag numbers. So once we find them, then we can check them off, and then we have to show the troop leader that we did it. All right, we're looking for 789, 64, and 235. All right, so I can see some of the tags on some of these flamingos, but some of them have their legs up. What do we do if we can't see the tag? I'm seeing 274. I'm seeing 192, I think. 293. That one just pooped. Also, there's some little baby ducklings in here with them.
what numbers are you looking for?
64, 789, and 235.
I love the flamingos.
Ooh, that one made an interesting noise. I think it was because the little duckling swam through them and they're like, hey, get out of here. So it is kind of hard to spot the numbers on the flamingos because some of them are sleeping and they got one leg up and the tags are only on one leg. I just noticed this duck is sitting in the water with its feet on the ground. That's really funny to me. So I think it's nap time right now. They're like trying to sleep with their heads in their wings like this. So we talked to the troop leader out here and she told us some interesting flamingo facts, but she also gave us our badge, and right now due to COVID they're just putting the badges on the table and then we add it to the book ourselves. So we did it.
So another thing that they have outside the Flamingo area is this sign. Something that I think is really cool about the Wilderness Explorers is that they also give you ideas of how you can help each animal that we're looking at today. So what we can do to help the flamingos is join a wetland cleanup or visit a local wetland, because many birds, including the flamingos, depend on the wetlands. So that's pretty awesome. And these are the places where the flamingos live. This is where you can find them in the wild, in Africa. All right, so the next badge that we come to is actually the insect badge, which used to be located at the exit of It's Tough to Be a Bug, which is the show, like the 3D show that's inside of the Tree of Life. But they did tell us that this one actually moved. So we're gonna come back to that one and we're gonna do the botany badge. This one is exciting because it's actually in Pandora. So we're gonna head into Pandora now, which is right back there. We are doing some walking with Jackson today. Just kind of getting used to walking around the parks with Daddy. He has his cute little overalls outfit on today. All right, so we are headed into Pandora and Jackson is very excited.
This is first time walking into another planet.
Oh yeah, it's true. You've never walked into another planet before, buddy.
No.
So as we're walking into Pandora, we've never noticed these back here before. I don't know what you would call this, but every time we come in here, we see something new. I think that's one of our favorite things about coming to Disney is every trip is like a brand new trip. So we were just right back there, and our next badge that we come to is right here in Pandora.
What is botany the study of?
You want to tell them, buddy? Plants.
That's right.
At this Wilderness Explorers location, we learned about the Venus flytrap. There are 3 earth plants that they have here at this location, and you get to pick one that you want to learn some facts about. We picked the Venus flytrap. We learned all about what they need to survive. So they need water, they need sunlight, and they need nutrients. We did learn that the Venus flytrap grows in soil that's not like filled with a lot of nutrients. So they get most of their nutrients by the insects that they eat, which is pretty awesome. We also learned that the Venus flytrap is only found in North Carolina and South Carolina. Those are the only 2 places that they grow in the United States, which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't realize that. So they are threatened species, which I also thought was really interesting. All right, so we got our next badge. We're gonna put it right there. There we go. Nice work, buddy. You did great. So we're headed to the next location. There's 2 in Pandora.
Right, and normally it would be located underneath that umbrella back there, but right now the line for Flight of Passage is so long that it cuts in front of it and there's no way to get to it. So I believe they moved it back here by Satuli Canteen.
Yeah, so we're headed back by Satuli Canteen. All right, Jackson, you lead the way. So we found our next location. It's under this umbrella here. Hello! The next badge that we got was the Ecology Badge. So ecology is the study of relationships among plants, animals, and the environment. The Navi understands that plants and animals of Pandora are connected to each other in a unique way. So to earn this badge, we learned about the clownfish, and they related that back to Finding Nemo. Nemo is a clownfish, and Nemo lived in a sea anemone. So the way that he helps out the sea anemone is that he keeps the anemone clean, and then the anemone gives him a place to live. So we also learned that the sea anemone that the clownfish live in, they actually have stinging properties, which is a way to help to keep predators away. And the reason why the clownfish can live in there without being harmed is because they do have a protective mucus layer on their body, which is made of, mucus is basically snot. So it's kind of gross, but it's also really helpful. And that's how they live in the sea anemones, and they're able to help each other. All right, so we did get our Ecology Badge. There we go. And so as we're headed out of Pandora, I forgot to mention when we were at the location where we learned about the Venus flytrap, we actually, at each location, they give you a challenge. So some way that you can help the plants and animals when you get home.
Okay.
So she had mentioned our challenge for the Venus flytrap location was, could we go to a botanical garden and like maybe learn more about the native plants where we're from, and we're from here. So she had mentioned that the Bach Tower Gardens, which is very close by, it's a local attraction.
Yeah.
They actually have some endangered and extinct plants.
Extinct plants?
Yeah, I don't know how it works as far as the extinct plants, but they for sure have endangered plant species. So we have to go check it out and complete our challenge.
I wonder if they have like an extinct banana.
Oh, maybe. We'll have to go.
So our next badge in the book is actually the Safari Badge, and we're not gonna go on the safari today because we're kind of a little bit limited on time. But that just says you don't actually have to do these badges in order. So we're just gonna pick a different badge somewhere around Animal Kingdom, and we'll go and do that one. And then maybe next time when we come back, we can do the safari badge. Another thing to note about this entire thing is it is all free. This is a free experience that you can do, and it's a good experience for days like today where it's a packed crowd day. So there's no more reservations for today. So this is a great thing to do around the park when the lines are long on a capacity day like today, and it's free. So a fantastic way to spend an afternoon. I don't know if I've ever noticed this before, but the fire hydrants in Animal Kingdom are decorated. So this one is painted to match the theme of this area. And we're actually kind of right across from Creature Comforts, which is the Starbucks location here.
Oh, look, where are you going, babe? Okay. They are seriously so cute.
Man, they're just like, hey man, I see
So there's also an animal find badge where you just check off animals as you're walking around Animal Kingdom, the ones that you find. So we just saw the cotton top tamarin, so we check it off. And then once we find them all, then we get our badge.
You have to find all of them?
Go to your troop leader, check off all the animals that you find.
Oh, so you don't have to find everything, it's just all the ones that you have found.
Okay, and then we go back to the very beginning where we first got this book to get the other badge.
Ah, okay.
So yeah.
So I bet you could find a lot of these on the safari.
It's true. All right, now we're headed into Africa in search of our next Wilderness Explorers badge. All right, it looks like all of the badges in Africa are back in Gorilla Falls or on the safari. So we're gonna head over into Asia, I think. Looks like there's a lot of them all around Asia. So we actually found out that we're heading to do the insect badge, which used to be outside of It's Tough to Be a Bug. Now it's located underneath this marble gazebo just outside of Up the Great Bird Adventure over here. All right, buddy, you ready to learn about bugs?
Hi friends, how are we doing today?
Hello.
We're going to talk a little bit about bugs over here. So we've got our friend the vinegaroon here. So this guy right here is a type of whip scorpion. So they're in the world of arachnids since they have 8 legs, which is pretty cool. They're called a vinegaroon because they spray acetic acid, vinegar-like substance, at any predators who try to come after them. Yeah, they are a predator bug, so they help control bug populations, typically like crickets in that world. And that's a very important job. They live usually in southwestern United States, which is pretty cool. Find them more in like kind of foresty areas under like rocks and caves and places like that. Very neat to look at too.
Doing some interesting stuff with his legs.
Too. He's like, hello. Yeah, they're very, very neat. They're what we call a whip scorpion because of their tail. They don't have the typical kind of scorpion curl tail with the venom. Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool, right?
Can you see it in the
Yeah, I'll move my teeth a bit closer for you.
Does he still have the pincers?
So they do. They have kind of like the pictures right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super cool though.
So it also is like a stinger?
No, so they're actually non-venomous. They just have the vinegar that they spray.
Oh, okay. And they spray that from their mouth?
From their derriere, from the back, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so typically their predators are going to be things like raccoons, opossums.
All right, so we got our insect badge. I like that it says meet your smallest friends.
I love it. So we forgot to show this, but when we got our insect badge, they had these questions below where you could find out what insect you're most like. So if you like the blooming flowers, you're like a pollinator. If you like to dig in the dirt, you're a decomposer. If you like to catch things, you're a predator. And if you like to avoid fish, birds, and frogs, then you are a food source. So there you go.
So there are 29 total badges here at Animal Kingdom, and we've done about 5 of them. And if you look in the very back of the book, that tells you your ranking. We are a tadpole.
So we're doing a great job.
Yeah, we're doing really good.
Yeah.
And as we come back more and more, we will progress up, and maybe one day we'll be a fish. Oh no, we'll be a wilderness explorer. Earn all the badges and then you become a senior wilderness explorer. As we were walking through Asia, we could hear the Saimang apes calling. And so we wanted to come over and check them out. They're actually calling back and forth with another type of ape that is further back in the Asia area. That's why it sort of sounds like there's an echo. You can hear a deep one and then a high-pitched one. So the Saimang apes are calling to the gibbons, which are in an adjacent habitat, and the whole reason that they're calling out is because they're trying to say, hey, this is my territory, but the gibbons have been here longer, so they're a little bit more secure, and they don't always call back. But sometimes if you are here at the right time, you will hear the two of them calling back and forth to each other. All right, I would say that that was a good start to our wilderness explorer life. We'll definitely have to do more badges in the book when we come back to Animal Kingdom the next time. I'm excited. I'm learning a lot of stuff. Super fun. So I feel like we did 5 badges today. How long until you think we become senior wilderness explorers?
I think it's probably going to take us at least 5 trips.
Okay.
It's just, it's kind of like a lengthy process because they are spread out through the park, and you have to, you know, you have to learn all of the information. So I would say you probably spend like maybe a good 4 to 5 minutes at each little booth. So I think you could definitely do it all in one trip if you were here for like the whole day.
Right.
But we're gonna break it up into smaller pieces, so because you don't have to do it all in one trip, but you could if you really wanted to.
Right. And it's super fun. Over here on Discovery Island, they have changed out the sand sculpture. This used to be a Raya and the Last Dragon sand sculpture. Now it's for National Geographic Secrets of the Whale. They've got a bunch of whales here. A narwhal. This one I think is a blue whale. And I think this one might be a humpback whale. This is really neat. Some people sent me a TikTok video of them making the Raya and the Last Dragon one, but I'm still interested to know, like, how do they make it so it's like hard like concrete? Because this looks like it's made of concrete, but it's made of sand. Like, is there some sort of spray that they put on it? This is awesome. I do wish I was a sculptor. So there you have it. That was our trip out to Animal Kingdom to become wilderness explorers. I'm very excited to continue this.
Yeah, I didn't realize like how much you actually learn. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Huh. I liked it, and I do suggest it for anybody coming here, especially with small children that are interested in nature or insects or plants, because they will learn a lot of stuff, maybe something they don't know yet.
I was gonna say, even if they're not actively showing interest, I think just maybe getting started, it's such a fun, it's almost like a scavenger hunt. Yeah. You know, so it's such a fun way to kind of learn things without it being like overly educational feeling, you know? Right. Like it's more of a fun way to learn things.
Like edutainment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all in all, a fantastic trip out to Animal Kingdom, and with that being said, we are off. We'll see you all tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price. Caw-caw!